Hello, welcome to what is going to be a very weird setup to the stream. So, I'm playing the PC port of Link to the Past, which has various settings which I've enabled for bug fixes and stuff, but one of the interesting things is that it runs in 1080. It's not a 1080p game, so... Oh. Did the stream just restart? Do I need to say all of this again? Okay, thank you, YouTube. I was saying, this is going to be a very odd start to the stream because this is the Link to the Past PC port, which has a lot of interesting settings, and one of the settings is that it can run in 1080p, or 16:9 ratio, which is what I've set. But it's not a 16:9 game, it's a 4:3 game. So, what the camera does is interesting, and I'm not really sure what the best way to crop the video is, so when we get into this, I guess we'll decide on that, if you can give me some opinions. If you're here, let me know if you're here. If you're not here and I'm talking to myself, then I'll have to say all this again. But, yeah, this is going to be a very odd stream, I think. I don't see you speaking, so I don't know if you're here. I will enable the video so that you can see. This is what I'm dealing with at the moment. I know it looks like the screen is higher up, but that's actually how it looks to me in the window as well. So the way I have it cropped right now is actually centered. It is interesting. Yeah, I have the full window being captured right now, I guess. I've been live for 2 minutes, man. I was talking to you. I don't think you were here when I said that. But I said that I am playing the PC port of Link to the Past. And out of the many interesting things that it has, one is that it can be captured in 16:9 ratio, but it's a 4:3 ratio game. So what the camera does is interesting, and I'm really not sure of what the best way to capture it is. And also because this is a wider game, now I have to move your chat over here, which makes it very odd. You might be better on my other screen now. Down there. That kind of blocks my view of the recording, though. Unless I can just move this over. There. How do you like my musical choice? Alright. So as I was saying, I know it looks like the screen is actually higher up, but it's not. This is what it looks like in my window right now. Because what this game does to capture 16:9 is very interesting. I didn't even know you were playing music. You can't hear it? It's showing up pretty strongly in OBS. I will raise the VLC volume. Oh, you hear it? Okay. Turn it down a little bit. It's gonna be a slow start to the stream. Okay, so just for the sake of getting it set up, I cannot remember. You can't remember what this is from? Seriously? This is Majula from Dark Souls 2. Is it activating a trauma center of your brain? Something that you've locked out? Traumatic music. I was gonna say Dark Souls, but I thought you were gonna laugh at me. No. It's very calming music. Obviously it's from Dark Souls. I could have chose one of the boss fights soundtracks, but I like to start these streams with calming music. Alright, anyway. So again, this is the PC port of Link to the Past. I don't know what to do with the camera just yet, so we're going to jump into this and see. But for the sake of setting up the camera, I have jumped into the game here. I'll start a new game after I figure out what I'm doing. But just to get you a sense of what this actually looks like. So let me get outside after this text, which I can't skip. So this is what it's going to be like. You see how awkward it is with the way that the screen moves? Yeah, I really don't understand why it's like that at all. I tried to originally crop this to get rid of the bars, but that was very difficult, and it still doesn't fill the screen to 1080 properly. So I don't actually understand what's going on here. But this is very odd looking, isn't it? I mean, it's probably still better than seeing the 4:3 ratio with all the dead space on the side of the screen, but it's still weird. Also, I like running around in the overworld in Link to the Past while Dark Souls Majula music plays. That is disturbing. It is. I'm not really sure what the best way to capture this would be, unless I just don't capture it in 69 and I do the 4:3, which will require restarting it. But I can do that. I just I don't know if that's actually gonna, you know, be any better. Let me attempt to crop it in OBS just to see how it looks. So if I move that up there and then stretch that until the screen fits there. Actually, almost does look like 1080 now. It's got 46 pixels on the side. So it's so weird to do this. OBS does not really have a very good setup for this. Okay, so that's the full width there. So if I crop it a little bit off the top and the bottom, you can get that. The most difficult thing is finding my cursor constantly on my two screens. Okay, so would this be okay once I get rid of this text and can walk over here? It's still really weird to see the edge of the screen there. I'm waiting for it to show up on the stream so I can see how it looks. Yeah. But this is nicer, right? Than seeing it in a 4:3 ratio. I mean, at least it's filling the screen, for the most part. I do wish they had come up with a little bit of a better way to handle that. Like, just stop the screen from scrolling and just allow you to go off the screen there. But I guess, programming-wise, I guess you're always centered? No, that's not... I don't know. That is weird. Why did they make it just keep going? That's weird. It's better, I guess. Does feel like I'm watching an RPG Maker game whenever the border slides in. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just stop the camera there. That's really weird. I'm pretty sure there was no setting for that. It doesn't have a whole lot of graphic settings, honestly. Oh god, the text again. I can't skip the text. Anyway. So I'll try this for now. If it's not working out, then I'll switch to the 4:3. Wait a minute. How do I... There we go. Let's begin the actual game. I will put the game audio right there. And you can tell me how that sounds. I just realized my chat is completely covered. That's not good. Now I can't see how many people are watching. Not that that number matters anyway. I definitely need to figure out a proper streaming setup. Alright. Let's erase G. And when I was titling this video, I accidentally typed Lip. So that's gonna be my name. A little quiet. How about there? I'm nervous clicking on anything because I know that I can screw up my setup very easily. The Ancestor Kinkle Link. Okay, thank you. Libic. Help me. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard, Aghanim, has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please, help me. Libic, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. So saith my purple-haired uncle. Alright, and now we begin. It is a little bit weird seeing this so small. And also the controls are a bit weird. You got the lamp, now you can light torches and see right in the darkness. It's weird because I have 4 buttons now, since this was a Super Nintendo game, and I've been playing Nintendo and Game Boy Zeldas, which have 2 buttons. So this is very awkward to me. So this one brings up a map, yes. Oh man, it does look interesting. Your short measure. It does look interesting, seeing it in 1080, for sure. I just wish they made the camera a little bit better. And it's also going to be really annoying to see when you leave me a message now, because now I've moved your chat down to the lower screen, where I'm not looking normally. Libic, I didn't want to involve you in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield. Listen, you can focus power. Okay, whatever. Go ahead. Zelda is your... Anyway, see you later. And of course, Bailey was in here. And the second that I started the stream, she left. Just so she could come to the door, and I have to get up and let her in. Oh, I was expecting it to tell me that I got some rupees. So I did activate some of the settings, including various bug fixes, which are optional, in case you want a really vanilla experience, I guess. I can't remember what the settings were because I set this up earlier today because I knew I would not have a lot of time if I waited until the end. And my phone just dinged, and it dinged again. Good. 2 whole messages have come my way. What wonderful things could they contain? Also, I'm already enjoying the pink and green aesthetic here. Hello, Will. Starting your stream early? Yes, I need to start my streams early. I was saying this is the... Oh my god, I'm getting tons of text messages now. This is the PC port of Link to the Past. I didn't know you were married. I'm not married. I'm not sure where you got that information from. I need to check all of my text messages now. This is the Link to the Past PC port, which has a very interesting camera, so I've cropped it slightly, and I'm not 100% sure how it's going to look. It's my grandma. She thinks I'm still out walking at... Oh, it's only 10:48, right? Well, sometimes I am out walking until about 3 in the morning, so yeah. Okay. Sorry. This is a stream. It's live. Things are happening. So there's that one. Alright, good. Thought you said text for your wife. No. At this point, that's not something I need to add. No, I think if I was married, I wouldn't be allowed to do 3-hour streams every night. It is very odd seeing this in 1080p. I'm used to being so much closer to the screen than this. So anybody can feel free to let me know if the camera is looking a little bit too wonky. I can switch it back to the normal 4:3 ratio instead of the 16:9 1080p thing. But I really wanted to try this because I thought it might look nicer. And Bailey is dancing outside the door, but I don't think she wants in yet. Camera looks okay to me. Thank you. Took a little bit to set it up. No clue how it's going to look throughout the game. It's just very odd because instead of just having the camera stop, they just have it go to a black edge. So every now and then you'll see a black edge creep in. I don't particularly like that decision, but that's what it is. How did I like Ages and Seasons? I really like Seasons, as I expected. Wow. Wow. Why is my sword so tiny? I swear I don't remember it being this tiny. I really like Seasons a lot, as I remembered it, liking it. Ages, as I also remembered, became very problematic towards the end. Especially Jabu Jabu. Jabu Jabu was an absolute nightmare that I never want to relive. But other than that, it wasn't too bad, actually. I was enjoying it for the most part. Wow, I'm gonna die. And I died in Link to the Past. Amazing. Just astonishing. I died right there at the very, very beginning of the game. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Not even as a kid. Anyway. Yeah, I liked Seasons a lot. Ages was mostly okay, but my memories of disliking it were very valid. There's definitely problems in that game. Ages has a lot more dialogue than Seasons. And I did complete the Link's game, so I did beat Twinrova and Ganon. Because apparently Ganon came back anyway. My sword is so tiny. I need the upgraded sword. I kind of, mostly when I play this now, I play randomizers. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get the bigger sword just randomly at any point in time. But no, I have to go through the whole process to get the bigger sword. It's not helping as well that I am very far away. It makes the sword look even smaller. But yeah, I am glad that I went back and played them regardless because, oh, it's very weird seeing the camera in there. So they are really fun games for the most part. And very nostalgic for me to play. As is this. This is a game I used to rent all the time from Tropical Video, which is the video rental store that we went to in Florida. These guys are really annoying me. I used to rent this all the time, but when you rented it, you can only rent it for about a week or so. And when you're a kid and you've got school and everything, a week is just not really enough time to play a game this involved. Especially when you're a kid and it's, you know, kind of a new and very difficult thing. Now, as an adult, it's just another Zelda game, and I can definitely beat it in, like, 3 hours, sure. But, I remember I would always get to, like, halfway through the game and have to return it. And then sometimes you would rent it, and there would be a save file on there from somebody that was already in the Dark World, which I didn't get to until very later on. So when I would jump into those saves, I was like, what is this? The game has another world to it? But I always felt really bad playing those saves, because I knew that they were somebody else's, and I always thought, someday they're going to play this again, like I want their save. You got the boomerang, give it a try. The Butter Knife of Legends also does this game literally just start with Libic having a dream and immediately going, yep, time to kill everyone. I don't know if it's a dream, he got out of bed. I think we're going into some deeper lore if you're going to start calling this whole thing a dream. This isn't Link's Awakening. I don't know, maybe it is the Zelda dungeons that give me that vibe, but the purple just says 90s to me. The purple, the green, and the magenta. All of that just says violently 90s. I love it. Reminds me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the cartoon, when I used to watch it as a kid. Do I even do more damage with a spin attack with my little dinky butter knife? It kind of seems like I don't. You're supposed to throw pots at him, I think. There. I love the force behind the pot throwing. And I think Bailey now is at the door. You got the big key. The master key of the dungeon. You can open many blocks that the small keys cannot. Wonderful. Thank you for sitting exactly in my spot. Oh, she likes to sit exactly where my feet go. And then I have nowhere to put my feet. Oh, now she moved. Thank you. Reminds me of the Ghostbusters cartoon. I don't think I ever saw the Ghostbusters cartoon. But we don't really do the purple aesthetic anymore on anything, do we? Let me just open this chest first. Oh, thank you, Libic. I had a feeling you were getting close. Libic, listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do I understand? I sure do. All right. Let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path, but first we have to go to the first floor. Let's go. You can tell I have more energy because I'm doing this at like 10:50 instead of 2 in the morning. Although I was falling asleep earlier. The start of the day was bad. Just a very stressful, bad start. And I was just exhausted for the first like 2/3 of the day. I was doing heavier work installing subflooring in the house. So that I can finally put the living room floor in the other house that I'm working on, not in this one. And I was just exhausted all day long. When I got back, I just started falling asleep, sitting up as I usually do. And then I went on a walk, and I got gas, and I went to Home Depot and got some silicone, so that I can climb up onto another person's roof later, do things to it. See, I see that you're sending me messages. I see them out of the corner of my eye, but I can't really look at them as easily now because they're down there. Do you work in the trades? I work on houses. I just do random work for people, basically. I guess you could call it the trades, yeah. I'm like an independent contractor of sorts. I'm currently rebuilding a house that was flooded by Hurricane Ian that's over 100 years old. It's a craftsman wood frame house. It has a lot of things that need to be done that were not done by the previous person that was working on it, who's the owner's son, who just kind of abandoned her and left a whole lot of things questionably half-finished. So I am there helping now, and I also help with another guy's house and whatever random other things that I can do on the side. But as I was saying, I see your messages out of the corner of my eye, but I can't really read them as easily because I have to look way down to another screen. So you'll have to give me some time to answer. Purple used to be the cartoon way of showing low-lit darkness. Then in the 2000s they decided to use blue. I'm not familiar with that. I'll just believe you. But yeah, today, so it's a 100 plus year house, so it's got this old school pine flooring, which is actually kind of nice, but it's lifted up on the ground because I'm aware of the secret passage. It's raised up off the ground, it's not on a foundation, and so the floor planks have a lot of space between them, and you can just see straight down under the house, which is interesting. This that ornamental shelf should open. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside. You can't see with that one. If you're ready, let's go. Help me push it from the left. So I don't know if it was like that originally, the flooring, but because it got flooded and some of it's rotten and it's over 100 years old, we're putting 3/4 plywood over all the top of it. And then I can put the flooring down. But the problem is that her son, I gotta figure out how to use the buttons. Her son installed an air handler in the attic, a huge air handler up in the attic of the house, and decided to run the 220 volt line, the drain line, and the coolant line from the attic, or rather from a big hole in the ceiling, down to a big hole in the floor. So there's just a giant hole that's open to the ceiling, and then a giant hole that is open to the underside of the house. And it's been that way for a while, and I keep telling the owner to contact her son or anyone to deal with the AC stuff, because messing with AC lines, especially the coolant lines, is it can be very expensive very easily if you damage that. It can be thousands of dollars. So I wanted to be very careful with it and make sure that she knew exactly what she wanted to do. But after many months now, still nothing has been done. So at this point, I guess she's just decided not to even bother with the AC. So I'm just going to have to close in the floor in the attic the best I can, so I can install the flooring and finish up the crown molding and the baseboard. So yeah, there's a whole lot to do, and that's just the living room. There's much that I need to do and that I've done. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that if you were 100% on it. Yeah, I know, because when our house flooded from Ian here, we had the coolant reservoir hanging there in the closet, and the guy told us, don't you dare damage that at all, because if you do, it's going to be about $3,000. And I had to do constant nail gun work and move stuff around while this thing was just dangling on a thin copper pipe. It was fun. After passing through these sewers, we will be very close to Sanctuary. Let's be careful. Yeah, it's been fun working on that house. There are a lot of interesting things. I went to build the custom little kitchen cabinet type things. And in the process of doing that, the countertop was already there because our son installed the countertop, and he just built this little like 2x4 open frame underneath for some reason to support it. So there were no cabinets, so I kind of built these shelves to put underneath. And in the process of doing that, I realized that you can't just measure the height from the floor to the cabinet or to the countertop, because the height differs every 2 inches. So in some areas, you know, it was like 32 inches, and then 2 inches away from that it might be 34 inches, and it was just a nightmare trying to build the thing somewhere else and then put it in place and then shim it all and trim it, and it had to be trimmed to fit the back behind the 2x4s that were building making up the frame, and that was a lot of work. Hello, key. But it has been fun. It's been a fun challenge. And there was a time that I put the baseboard in the dining room, or in the kitchen area, sort of, and I wrapped it around to the dining room. And in the process of wrapping it around to the dining room, realized there was like a 2-inch drop between the edge of the kitchen area that I was wrapping it in from and the dining room. And so I had to design custom baseboard for all of the dining room so it would match up to the baseboard that I put elsewhere. The only other option would have been to tilt it all at an angle, and that did not look good, so I did not want to do that. And then when I put wainscoting in the dining room, I can't fight these tiny mice with my tiny sword from so far away. When I put that in, I realized that one of the walls was bowed in almost 3 inches, so I had to build a little piece of frame behind that to bulk that out and make it look straight. Just every single thing that you do ends up being about 3 times more involved than you expect. Sanctuary is just beyond that door. Pull the switch over there. I did custom cabinets for a few summers with my dad, and I quickly learned that line of work wasn't for me. Yeah, I haven't done actual professional cabinet work, but I imagine it probably pays very well. You have to pull the lever to open the door. I know that. I imagine it pays very well. In fact, I do know a guy that does it, and he did very well, and he used to love the work. And if you got a good setup for it, it seems fun, but I do not have a good setup for it. Princess Zelda, you're safe. Is this your doing, Libic? It sure is. I talked about home repair the whole time. Zelda really wants to get away from me now. Yes, it was Libic who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, once I have finished you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open. Libic, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal to 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map, but watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the elder. Livic dragging Zelda through a rat-infested dungeon while monologuing to her all the way about carpentry. That's what I would do. If I had to go rescue a princess from a sewer, the whole time I'd be telling her about home repair and carpentry. Alright, see you guys later. Look at that pink church. So I talked all the way through that. I don't even know what happened. But I think I rescued Zelda. So this is where you're going to see the weirdness of the camera and how it just abruptly goes to a blank edge. I don't know why they chose to do that. But anyway, yeah, there's a whole lot of fun things that were left by her son. And the thing is, it's 100 years old, pretty much. And it had been... I'm sure it's had a lot of stuff done to it, but prior to her buying it, it had been completely quote-unquote redone. And what that means is that a group of people went in and in the cheapest way possible did their best to hide everything. Which, you know, only further creates a whole lot of new problems. And then it got flooded by Ian, so it had to be ripped apart. And then her son did things that he did. And for the most part he did good work, but in some places I have a lot of questions. But so at that point it's been rebuilt like what, 2 or 3 times. So there's a whole lot going on. Another one of the giant things I need to get to in the future is rebuilding the entire foundation, I guess, the structure of the porch out in the front of the house, because it all dips forwards. Well, it dips in the center, so it goes really low in the center and it's really high on the edges. It's kind of a workshop at the moment, and when you walk in there and you see the counter that has the miter saw on it, the whole miter saw looks like it's going to slide off of the counter at any moment because of how badly dipped in the floor is. I am indeed Sahasrahla, the village elder, and a descendant of the 7 wise men. Oh really? Livic, I am surprised a young man like you is searching for the sword of evil's bane. Not just anyone can use that weapon. Legends say only the hero who has won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. Do you really want to find it? Of course. Good. As a test, you can retrieve the Pendant of Courage from the East Palace. Or could you retrieve it? If you bring it here, I will tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace. I think everybody has already heard all of the dialogue and story in Link to the Past. There's really no reason for me to read it. And yet, I do. Is this game all about seeking out old men in caves? He's not in a cave. He's got a really lovely house here in the ruins. I'm not sure if there are any old men in caves in Link to the Past. I think they're all staying in ages in that library. I think, by canon, since that game happened after this one, the old men are not a thing yet. They have not been born into the world. And the Octoroks are so tiny. That always weirded me out about this. The Octoroks in all the other games seem so much bigger. Anyway, I need bombs. He doesn't have a door, so he can't charge you for damage. Thankfully there is none of that in this game, as far as I'm aware. Alright, so let me take stock of what's going on. So I'm going to the Eastern Palace. That is the one by his house, right? Yeah, because that's the east one. Really. Amazing direction sense that I have. So I go back up here. It has been quite a while since I have actually played the vanilla game. Like I said, I usually play the randomizers of this. This is a really good randomizer candidate. It works really well. They're generally pretty easy, and I feel like the the item pool is very satisfying for a randomizer. I really can't wait until I get the bigger sword, though. It's just, it looks so tiny being so far away. When I play this, I am usually playing it on the original 4:3 ratio that's way more zoomed in. So now I just feel inferior with my little butter knife. How is... Oh, he doesn't have a... Wait a minute. How is on the randomizer scale from 0 to Dark Souls? How is the randomizer on a scale of 0 to Dark Souls? I never had any difficulty with a randomizer of Link to the Past, honestly. They were just always fun. But, that being said, much like Zelda 1, I don't think I ever had a randomizer that could randomize the overworld. I don't know if there is one still that does the overworld in Link to the Past. So that would certainly change things. Yeah, the green and purple. The green and purple is a very, very good, solid aesthetic, I think. Someday, when I own my own home that I have to rebuild, I will go with a green and purple aesthetic. And nobody will visit me. And that is why. That's why I'll do it, I mean. It's like insect repellent, but for people. Alright, man, come on. I've been very talkative for this stream, so I really have just, like, not even paid attention to what's happening in the game. I thought about getting a coffee earlier, but I did not. Could you imagine how talkative I would be? Oh. I don't think I ever completed this game as a kid either. I think I got close to the end, but the arrow part confused me a lot. They won't be able to get in until they find the right block to push first. Who will not be able to get in? I zoned out completely. Oh, they won't be able to get into my house that I have to rebuild? Yeah, I could put blocks out front to keep them out. That's a good idea. I'll be like the really eccentric guy in, what was it, Thief 1? What was his name again? It's a really interesting level where you go into that guy's house and it's just all screwed up and tries to screw with your mind. You know, like all these passageways that loop around and rooms that go upside down and stuff or whatever. It's been a while since I've played that too. I would love to play the Thief games on stream. And that might be doable with my graphics card issue, because the first and second game at least are certainly not very graphics intensive. Third game's not really either, but it does have a lot of shaders, so I don't know about that one. Constantine? Is that it? Sounds somewhat familiar. I love, absolutely love the mission before the last mission, I think it is, in Thief 1. The mansion. Could be Thief 2, but I think it's Thief 1. It's the mansion, because there is a trap in that level that perfectly makes use of something that I joked about for the entire game. And so when I saw that the developers were aware of it the whole time and just played completely into it, I thought it was one of the funniest things that I've seen in the game. I absolutely love that level. It was a fun level just on its own as well, but that part really sold me. I like how I have played this game so much and I know it so well that even though I'm just talking non-stop about random things, I am actually just progressing thoroughly. What is going on with you? This being said, this being seen, this is the PC port of Link to the Past, and based on my Link's Awakening DX HD experience, I truly don't know what to expect in terms of bugs. I didn't really look into it to see if there were lots of known issues with this, So hopefully there aren't. All I can tell you is that it's written in C# and it uses SDL. Which I think is exactly what Link's Awakening DX HD did. It was C# and used SDL as well. Thief 2 second level is the one you were raving about to me, so you probably mean that. Thief's 1 second level, second to last level, was a zombie infested temple. That's right, I did not like that. The zombie temple stuff in Thief 1 was... Yeah, Thief 1 had a lot of stuff that was, Did I just get the big key? I did. Thief 1 had a lot of stuff that was kinda grating. Like the whole underground village area thing. Like you go back to that 2 or 3 times. It gets pretty tedious. But yeah, whatever level, or whatever game had the mansion level was definitely really fun. I think I probably like Thief 2 a lot more overall. And I do like Thief 3. You found the bow! You can shoot arrows until you run out. Wow, thank you for that clarification. See, I'm still used to having a 2-button Zelda game, so I keep trying to use a sword with the other button. If I had something to put a fairy on, I could jump down those pots as well and get one. But yeah, the Thief games 1 and 2 might be something that I can play on stream. Although, I think I've said this before, I'm extremely hesitant to play anything that uses the mouse and keyboard because of how broken my mouse and keyboard are, and I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if I've explained that on stream or not, but I'll be typing something on the keyboard, it just won't show up. It's a wireless keyboard, and so I'll type out a full sentence sometimes, and it just won't show up. And if I lift the keyboard 1 inch, the whole sentence will show up. Usually with random missing characters or characters just added to it. And sometimes it just doesn't work at all. And it's infuriating. It's beyond infuriating, honestly. And so if I played a mouse and keyboard game, it would just be that non-stop. I'm also sitting on a couch, which makes it a little bit more difficult. So I don't know. I have to try and work that out and see what I can come up with. Sure, it would be endlessly entertaining to try and watch me play a mouse and keyboard game with a completely broken keyboard. These red ones you have to hit with pots or arrows, I think. Right, the green ones you can hit with pots, the red ones you can't, I think. Yeah, they need arrows. And I need tea. So get out of here so I can drink my tea. Thief would be very easy to play on a controller. Says you, Thief is a first-person game. In my opinion, there is no first-person game that is easy to play on a controller. Alright, these guys. Yeah. Oh. Almost did it perfectly. I love the color scheme in this game. In the dungeons, anyway. The overworld, I actually don't really like the color scheme as much, but the dungeons, I really like. They're a little desaturated, but that's alright. They made Link kind of more saturated so he stands out more. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices to make an actual video game, rather than just something that looks artistically good. I think it looks good anyway. I'm just saying. Can you sword these guys? You can. I should be doing that. I better not die to the first boss in this game. I'm already upset that I died in the fake first dungeon. That's shameful. As somebody who has beaten one of the most difficult Zelda 1 randomizers of all time, and then Ages and Seasons and Awakening, dying to the very first dungeon in Link to the Past is just sad. Let's get you, so that you only have one hit or so. Can I sword you? I can. Okay, maybe his health resets when he's the last one. I've also got somewhat fond memories of playing this game with my dad watching. Specifically the hookshot dungeon, which I don't remember which dungeon that is. I used to rent this so much though, so I loved playing it when I was a kid. Thief comes from the era when people used to play games on the numpad. Well, that still doesn't improve my ability to play with a controller. My dad and I used to also play Myst games, Myst and Ribbon, when I was a little kid. We spent a lot of time together playing those. It was a lot of fun. We sat there and tried to figure out all the puzzles, writing them down in notebooks. We played them for like weeks at a time, every time we got off work. You won the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Sashrilla. 2 pendants remain. My cousin came over one time and tried to play Myst with us and gave up. Myst could be a fun thing to stream. That's definitely not a graphically demanded game. That would be a relaxing game to play, actually. One of my all-time favorite games is actually Ribbon, and actually right below me on my coffee table I've got the, I don't remember what it's called. From Myst to Ribbon? Yeah. The Myst to Ribbon kind of like art book and game dev book that goes through the process of developing the game. Really cool book. If I didn't have stuff sitting on it, I would look at it more. But I really love Ribbon. Just aesthetically, it is one of my absolute favorite games of all time. I don't think I have any digital versions of it, actually. I should probably buy one. I might have it on GOG, but I don't think I do. Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage. I didn't think you would make it. Now I'll tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the great war against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the kings, or knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I think I read that right. I see. Libic, I believe you should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. I wish that the text box had a little bit of dark color behind them so that it was easy to read them. Gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. Devastating. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Get it. So I forget. Can you dash? Wait a minute. How do you dash? Oh, you have to actually put the boots on? No. How do you dash? How have I forgotten this? Oh, you can do item swapping with the LNR buttons. That's cool. There we go. That's how you dash. There we go. All of my questions have been answered. Oh, man. See, I play this in randomizer form so much. I walked in here, I was like, oh, what items are I going to get? But it's not the randomizer, so it's going to be rupees and heart peas, probably. I've got to do a randomizer of this. I have to. Unfortunately, I don't think you can do randomizers with the PC port. Because it takes a ROM, but I think it just uses the ROM to get the images and music. I don't think it actually takes any of the structure off the ROM, so I don't believe you could use a randomizer on it. Apparently, a Riven remake is coming out in like 2 weeks. Is that the Starry Expanse? Because that's the project that I've been looking at for almost a decade now. They've been working on it. I'm actually surprised that they were still working on it. But that was like a fan remaster that got the blessing from Cyan, I think is the name of the company, to actually remake it. I got a lot of help from them as well, so it's kind of an official, unofficial remaster. Unless you're talking about another one. But that one was called the Starry Expanse. If that's actually coming out soon, that's really cool. Again, let me take stock of what I've got going on here. He said east of Lake Hylia there was a useful item. Go get it. I think Lake Hylia is the one that is directly below me. That seems like the only lake. There's a little pond up there. There's also the one in the center-ish at bottom of the screen there, but I don't think that's considered Lake Hylia. There is a heart container down there as well, though. So I'll go down here. Like I said, this is actually a pretty easy game to play, generally. Which I feel like is why I'm having a decently easy time doing this while just chatting randomly about things. So, until you get to the later parts of the game, namely the ice dungeon, which is always confusing, it's generally pretty easy to play. Once you get the upgraded sword, it's awesome. I'm just constantly disappointed because I keep thinking I'm playing a randomizer. I'm going to get that sword in any minute. This is a fairy? Oh, it's a potion shop, okay. Well, I have a lot of rupees. One of the things that I changed in the settings was the bigger wallet. And in the randomizers, which have to be done on the Japanese version for whatever reason, you have the bigger wallet anyway, so it kind of felt normal to me. Can't sell you them. I need a bottle. Right. I can go get one at Kakariko. From the looks of things, Cyan took the Starry Expanse and decided to make an official remake from it. Well, they were more or less officially supporting it at the beginning anyway. But that is really cool. That's actually in 3D, right? They went and put a lot of effort into making it in full 3D and trying to make it look as good as it did in the 2D stills. At least I think it's full 3D. That would be really, really, really cool to play, but being that it would be 3D, I probably can't with my graphics card issue. Seems so, yeah. So I might be better off playing the original on GOG or something. What an interesting little screen blip that was. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yes, I am. This game has so much iconic graphicry. Like the trees, the little grass blobs in the bushes. So iconic. Look at that, look at these bushes. Everybody knows that these bushes are iconic. And a little sword swipe. Little leaves falling off to the side. It's all very nostalgic. Purple and green. Purple soldiers, the green grass. I can actually get this book now because I can charge into it. I can also do that thing down there. See, in a randomizer, it would be a random item up there. You found the Book of Medora. You can use it to read the ancient language of Hylia. Not only is it 3D, but I'm pretty sure it's Unreal Engine 5. I'm not sure if it was to begin with. I can't save and continue. I'm gonna want to save because power outage or something, and I don't know how stable the actual PC port is. Yeah, I don't want to lose all my progress. I don't want to have a Link's Awakening situation. Or not Link's Awakening, Oracle of Ages situation. Yeah, Libic, now I'm quarreling with my younger brother. I sealed the door to his room. Good. How do you think about that? So the doorway is open again. Okay, maybe I should make up with my brother. I think you just sealed the doorway again. Hey, Libic, did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? Yes, he's furious. Don't go in there. If you can reach the goal within 15 seconds, we will give you something good. Ready, set, go. Oops. This try, your time was 0 minutes, 9 seconds. You qualified. Congratulations, I present you with this piece of heart. Very difficult. Before I knew about that as a kid, that used to take many attempts. But now, as a wizened adult, it's effortless to me. I never understood this. Whoa, I saw her, a very nice young lady at the waterfall of Wishing in the hills where the river begins. Libic, you should meet her. At least once. I'm sure you will like her. I never understood what he's referencing. I don't know if it's a fairy or what. But I feel like I could never figure that out. I'm not sure if it actually means anything. Mumble, mumble. My son really liked to play the flute, but he went to look for a golden power and has not returned. Wonder where he is and what he's doing now. I forget if this guy gives you anything if you catch him. He's kind of annoying to catch. Ah, I screwed it up completely. Oh, Libic, the rumors say you kidnapped the princess, but I still trust you. Thank you, old lady. Sweeping her grass. Oops. Yeah, out of my way, chicken. Oh, that one needs to be bombed. Speaking of bombs, I could go back to the sewer. Although it's not a randomizer, so... There's 3 treasure chests in there, and in a randomizer, that's really good. In the vanilla game, I think it might just be rupees? Could be a heart piece. It's funny that I know randomizers more than the actual vanilla game at this point. I forget if you can bomb this. Yeah, you can. This has a similar thing to Oracle of Ages, where it has the light in the dark world. Except in Oracle of Ages, obviously, it's the past and the present. Although it's kind of still the light and dark world. Hello, Aiden. Aiden is watching the stream. This is a very early stream for me. I have my secret Steam viewer off to the side that you can't see. He chats with me. He knows who you are. Aiden is over here watching. This is the person that will call the guards if you talk to her. How's it going over there? 7 miles away. This is the guy that gives you the bottle. You, sir, have you been going through life without one of my hold anything bottles? Well, step right up and make your life complete. I've got one on sale now for the low, low price of 100 rupees. I will take one. Goodbye, thanks a lot. Now hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business. This is a magic bottle. I can store an item inside of it, whatever. Now I can go back and get a potion, which I will probably need. This... Yeah, I can do this. Yo, Libic, the house used to be a hideout for the gang of thieves. What was their leader's name? Oh yeah, his name was Blind, and he hated bright light a lot. That's a precursor to when you fight him. I think I screwed that up. I think I screwed it up right away. Amazing. Or did I? Yes, I did. See, again, in the randomizers, this is much more rewarding. Or less rewarding, depending on how it goes. I caught you live, finally you did. I don't normally stream until, like, 1 in the morning. How am I doing this? Oh no, we got block puzzles immediately. I just push this down? No, I can't walk under there. I don't think there's anything of value in that chest, really. But now I'm embarrassed. Oh man, I used to be able to do this just fine when I was a kid. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know how to do it anymore. I think it's from the left. I watched your table building video. How'd you like it? You gave it a thumbs up, I guess. I need to get around to finishing up the couch video. Or the CNC video. Since that is... well, other than the control box, which I still need to do. The actual CNC is built, though. And that thing has been, like, 4 or 5 years in the making, so it would be really nice to get that video up. I think I'm doing this. Yeah. Don't know why it was difficult to me. And it was just rubies, so yeah, it didn't matter. You're waiting for more. Well, you'll be waiting for a while. Is Amy still awake? Is she watching the stream too? She's laughing at me for not being able to push the blocks in the correct order. Again, if you're playing the randomizer, you drop down here, so many chests in here. So many good possibilities. She's not awake. Ah, that's a shame. Everybody could sit around and watch me play video games on the living room TV and laugh at me. What time is it? It's 11:37? Yes. I'm very far away from my tiny screens. Well, the screens are big. The pixels are small. I'm very far away from the small pixels. Alright, so I got the book. I got a bottle. I did not go to the east of the lake, up there in that little cave. I don't remember what is up there. And other than that, I go down to the desert where I use the book to get in, and then up into the mountains. But I think that is the last one. I think you have to do them in order. And I need to get the bug catcher net. Which is... here? Yep. I can't go out because I'm sick. Cough, cough. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that is coming down off the mountain. Sniff, sniff. This is my bug catching net. I'll use it when I'm better. But for now, I'll lend it to you. You borrowed the bug catching net. There may be some other things you can catch with it too. Like bees. And fairies. And old men in caves. This is where you get the sword upgrade. If I could do it. You need to rescue this guy's partner, who is a frog, I think, in the Dark World. If my lost partner returns, we can temper your sword, but now I can't do anything for you. So you rescue his frog partner, and you lead him all the way back there. And I think there's something to do with the chest. You can get a chest to follow you, which is weird, and you bring it up there, and they'll open it, I think. I can't remember, it's been a while. And I need the hammer to drop down in there. This I can do, but I don't remember if there's anything there. No. I feel like I got the boots a lot earlier than normal. You're a great narrator, thank you. I don't know about that. Should see some of my other streams. There's some pretty not good narration in them. Hey, a bee. I will capture that with my net. You caught a bee. I will keep it in a bottle. Oops. I can then use that bee to attack a soldier. Oh, there's a fairy. I probably want the fairy instead of the bee, honestly. So I'm going to let the bee out and try to capture the fairy. But the fairy will probably be gone before I'm able to do that. Oh no, I don't want the bee. You caught a fairy. Keep it in a bottle. Nice. Oh, no, that's not my sword. That's a net. That won't work. So I'm going to attempt to go to the east of Lake Hylia. I don't have the power glove yet. I think it actually is a glove in Link to the Past. So I can't lift the rocks yet. Can also go back to the Sanctuary Sewer again, but I don't think there's anything in those chests that I really want, since this is not a randomizer. If it was a randomizer, that would be the first place that I would go. I am absolutely going to be doing a randomizer of this. I feel like I just like the randomizers more than the base game at this point. It is really awkward walking through this without the actual proper screen transitions. It's really throwing me off. You got some bombs. Pick up a bomb and blah blah blah. And you go back in, you push the blocks another way so that you can go through the door. Pull the correct lever, not the incorrect lever. You pull the incorrect lever, terrible things happen. Then you go out and see a fish. There he is. I think you can catch the fish in the net. No? Can't you grab the fish and throw it into the water and he gives you something? Do I need the power glove to do that? Oh, there we go. I think if you carry him to the water and throw him in, he'll give you something. But can I take him across screens? I can. So, where do I need to take him to? Without getting hit by anything. Nah. Oh no, crabs. Oh no. Can I throw him in there? Don't, no, 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 no. Oh no, my fish. My fish is up on a ledge. Great, now I gotta go get my fish again. Ah. This is what I hate about Link to the Past, the fish tossing. Oh, now I gotta drain the water again. Although, I will say that's the best fish tossing of any Zelda game. By far. There might be an easier way to do it. Bye. Oh no, my fish! No! Oh, this is gonna go so poorly. I guess I could just throw him and attack the enemies. And then pick him up again. There we go. Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? How much did he give me? I was not even paying attention. Anyway, let that be a life lesson for you. If you throw fish back in the water, they will give you money. Is the fish an old man? No. You know nothing about fish. Oh, you can't hit Moldorms with a boomerang. You can walk across here. Oh, well, sort of. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, there goes my fairy. Oh, it's the bottom. You walk across the bottom. Obviously, I knew that, and I was just demonstrating that you should not walk across the top because it is the less good choice. So let that be a lesson to you. He said the same line you get from the cooperative old men. Maybe he is the precursor of the old men. Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? Is this man also a fish? This is not an old man. This is like a an 80s guy stuck in a cave with his mullet. Although a mullet is a fish. Oh my god. It's all connected. Old man in a cave. Young man in a cave with a mullet. Fish thrown into the water. Fish might be a mullet. Fish gives you rupees. 80s guy in cave gives you rupees. Old men in caves give you rupees. It's all connected. It's all one grand conspiracy. Oh, I wish this was a randomizer so badly. Every time I see a room full of chests, I'm just like, I wish it was a randomizer. It's like gambling. What item will you get? So that's why I think this makes a really satisfying randomizer game, because there are so many rooms where there's just lots of chests. In Zelda 1, you don't really get that. In Zelda 1, it's basically, will you get lucky enough to find the one area to bomb or the one bush to burn to finally reveal one thing that might be a thing, or it might just be a guy that takes your money. Although I still had fun with Zelda 1 randomizers back before they became insane. Anyway, I was told there was a very good item here. I feel like it's the ice rod. What am I playing this on? This is... oh, maybe it is the ice rod. This is a PC port of... You found the ice rod. It's chilled magic blast the air, but watch your magic meter. This is the PC port of Link to the Past, which is a Super Nintendo game. You can also play it on Game Boy Advance, and I think you can get on the Switch now. But this is the PC port, which allows me to play it in widescreen, so it's taking up the full screen. Which makes it very awkward, because it's not normally this far away and small. Even the Game Boy games that I was playing before were really big compared to this, because I scaled them up so much. But you have to do a ROM dump onto the program that has to be downloaded, and then it'll just run, kind of similar to the previous one that I did, which is called Link's Awakening DX HD, which is a game that I had as a kid that I played on Game Boy Color. But that is a PC port of that game, which unfortunately is problematic, and almost was not able to be completed because it was problematic. But it is not a ROM dump, it is a completely fan-made game, which is also a problem, because Nintendo takes it down because it has Nintendo content in it. But this one does not, so Nintendo can't take it down. Everyone is an old man until proven otherwise, exactly. Oh my god, this crab. I don't even want to fight you. Leave me alone. This swamp is just very busy. Okay. I need to go to the desert. That is my agenda here. And the desert conveniently is right over here. This is a very progressive game. As in, I am making progress. Not that it's like ahead of its time or anything. Although I guess in some ways it is ahead of its time. This game is very progressive. It is like auto insurance. My auto insurance. We got these little muscular sand dudes that I think are made out of mucus. It's a good desert. It has everything you could ever ask for. To open the way, to go forward, make your wish here, and it will be granted. Oh, right. I forgot you had to push the button. I forgot to make a wish, so hopefully somebody else did. And this buzzard is just my friend forever now. I also think that these things look really cool. The 3D effect of that is really nice. Alright, this dungeon. I think I always do this dungeon backwards by accident. I believe you need to go to the left first. Also, this dungeon has some really iconic music. Don't think I'm supposed to go this way until the end. Or wait, am I? No, I can't, because when I go out here, there will be the rocks that I need to lift. Although I think I can get a heart container down here. Yeah. So that's helpful. But I need to get the power glove to be able to lift those rocks over there. And I don't think you can get a jumping item in this game, can you? There's a cape, but it just makes you invulnerable. So I don't think jumping came in until the Game Boy games. Oh, alright, it was a red herring. You gotta push a block. Obviously. I was just demonstrating. Okay, more fairies. I can replenish my fairy bottle. Very interesting choice to have a security system that is just an eyeball that rotates and shoots a laser. I feel like I would probably enjoy having that as a security system. There is a switch. Right there. I know this dungeon. I know all these dungeons. Well, no, I don't, because I need the big key there, so never mind. I'll be back. I like the slight purple hue that they put in the pots. It's very good. So I think I'm actually doing the dungeon backwards this time. I was probably always doing it in the correct order the first time. Libic, it is I, Sahasrahla. You must never fail to find all the treasure in each dungeon. You must never fail to find all of the treasure in each dungeon, says Sahasrahla. Oh, I just saw the screen glitch there. That's interesting. I could see you having one. A security system that's an eyeball that rotates. I could make one. It could be my next video. I feel like that would be deeply irresponsible to have an eyeball that actually does shoot a laser. It's just violating every OSHA safety standard. You found the map. Good. That never looked like a map to me, ever. It's like some random wad of nothing. Oh, this room. I also always found it really weird that the hearts kind of just flutter downwards like they're made out of paper. Yeah, I did this whole thing backwards, didn't I? Well, I needed the key that was at the left, so I guess not. I did it the right way. You found the compass! Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil masters. I'm gonna leave that rupee there for later. Ah, screwed up the timing. There's the big key, so now I can go back to the chest and I can get the power glove. Ah. Oh, come on. Every time. Yeah, I keep saying the screen glitch. I assume that's showing up in stream. It's very odd. Back to here. Now that I know where to go. And there should be the power glove, or whatever it is. Yeah, power glove. You got the power glove. You can feel strength in both hands. You can pick up and carry stones now. Could not do that before. Yeah, there's a level 2 power glove as well, where you can lift the darker stones. So I can only lift light stones with this power glove. You need the premium subscription to be able to lift the dark stones. I forget what was up through that door. That was fairies, I don't need to go up there. But now I can lift these. And one of the greatest things ever done in a Zelda game is that I do not need to select the Power Glove to use it. And since this came out before the Oracle games, I'm not sure why they got rid of that as a concept in those. It was definitely way nicer this way. And here's a floor room. Remember, in the 80s, everybody had the attacking floors. Nobody likes them anymore. It really devalues your home if you've got that. I feel like I'm working on an attacking floor right now. It is pretty aggressive. The one in the house. It has been pretty aggressive. Keep using the wrong button for the sword because I keep thinking I'm playing the Game Boy game with 2 buttons. Oh my god. There goes that fairy. I died to a floor. That's actually not the first time that I've died to a floor. So. And not even in a Zelda game. You don't remember, and ironically, I also don't remember in what you're responding to, because there's a delay on the stream. So by the time you've answered something, like 10 seconds have passed for me, and I've deleted all of those thoughts from my memory. I used to have a lower latency on the stream. It's like 3 seconds, but that caused a lot of issues. So I can't do that anymore. So now I just awkwardly ask people what they were responding to. I thought I needed to light all the torches, but I was wrong. Oh good, another floor room. Great. Isn't there a super easy way to just get through these? You can tell this dungeon's from the 80s. Ah, perfect. The 80s tacky floor? No, I'm saying in the previous stream that I did, we had plenty of attacking floors, and I mentioned how it's something that they used to do all the time in the 80s. They used to have floors that attacked you. And now nobody wants them anymore. Why is this guy pink? I thought he was supposed to be red. In this room, upon lighting all of the torches, the room will expand. Behold, home improvement. If you ever wish to have more room in your house, just put a couple of tiki torches in, light them all at once, and your house will start to vibrate, and eventually it'll be larger. Okay, so this is that weird little subterranean caterpillar guy. I don't know if the ice rod is actually any decent against him. He did tell me to get the ice rod, so... yeah, it does do damage. It's worth trying. Oh, wow. That is pretty effective, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really effective. I don't think I've ever tried to use that before in this fight. I see that you sent me a message down there, but I can't glance at it just yet. It was much nicer when your chat was up there at the top on the other monitor. Ah, great. Not that this is a very high-risk battle, apparently. Ah. I really do love Link's pink and green aesthetic in this game. I wish that he had pink hair in all the games. Ah. I should just try not to do a spin attack. It's wasting my time. I'm just gonna stand here. Man, yeah, that ice rod did really well. Because this guy is taking a lot of hits, and the ice rod got them in like 2. There. Just like in Oracle of Ages, where a wall moves and there's an ice skating rink behind it. When did this happen? Well, I don't know what your message is in reference to. Did I move something and there was an ice skating rink? Oh, you mean when I lit the torches and it expanded? I don't remember an expanding wall that revealed an ice rink in Ages. You won the Pendant of Power. Your goal of finding 3 pendants is in sight. Go for the last one. I'm grateful that they just warped me out of the dungeon. There's a nice little spot over there where you get chests as well, if you warp there from the Dark World. It's a really good secret in the randomizers. What was your favorite part about Ages? You were here for all the streams. What did you think of it? What was your favorite part? While I drink tea. I was going to message you, but then I was like, no, I bet he's streaming. Yes, I am. Also, Steven, Aiden is here. My nephew, Amy's son. He is watching me do embarrassing things on the internet. Oh, he sent me a photo. Did you forget this part in the last dungeon that you played literally yesterday? I don't remember that room exactly, no. What was in that room? Other than ice, was there anything in there? There had to be. It would just be an empty room. That was, wait a minute, that wasn't your favorite part though, that was in reference to the other thing. I forgot to read this guy, what he said. The blood of the hero must be in your veins. Your trial in the desert has made you stronger, the blood of the hero must be in your veins, that's what he said. Alright. An armor knight, boogieing with his spinning wheel. Oh yes, I do remember that. But what was your favorite part of Ages? Or your favorite part of the streams? Streams had some moments for sure. Now I can lift the rocks. And this changes my entire life. I don't need you. There is a passageway under the other one, I think. Alright, chat, I'm going to head to bed. I gotta get up in the morning. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Aiden. I actually had a somewhat decent attempt playing this, so you did not get to see my extreme embarrassment. I'll try to watch your stream tomorrow. Alright, thank you. I'll see you later. I might see you tomorrow. Good night. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful things live in it. Honestly, I can't even remember anything good about Oracle of Ages because it's absorbed by all the terrible things. No, there was a lot of good things in Ages. Good night. Like that boss right near the end, the Grim Reaper type boss that when he touched you, turned you into a baby Link and you could only crawl away. That was really cool, I thought. There were a couple of cool bosses in Ages, I thought. And Kinkle. Kinkle, of course, was great. He's always great. Also, Steven, as you can tell, I'm sure this is the PC port of Link to the Past. The camera system is very interesting I'm not sure why they chose to do it where it just abruptly cuts off at the end there rather than just letting the camera hit the edge. But as far as I can tell, there's no way to change that. So it was interesting setting up this in OBS. I can bomb that now. I believe that is just a fairy though. Also, I've been saying this entire time that I really wish I was playing a randomizer. I think I kind of like randomizers more than the base game of this now. Yeah, it's just a fairy. So every time I go into a room that has 4 chests, I get really excited, and then I remember, oh, it's not a randomizer, so it's just going to be rupees. So I really got to play a randomizer of this. And I was saying I don't think you can put randomizers on the PC port, because I think the only thing it uses the ROM for is to get the image and music data. So that kind of sucks. But still, I really want to play a randomizer of this again. I love doing randomizers of Link to the Past. The first few dungeons were nice. I'd say, wow, the dungeons are pretty nice this time. And that lasted until dungeon 4 or 5. Then the Mermaid Cave happened. And then Jabu Jabu happened. And now I'm in therapy. Well, I've already forgotten what Mermaid Cave was. No, Mermaid Cave was the one where you go in the past and the present. That actually wasn't too bad, right? I didn't think that one was bad. There was only one moment where I got a little bit mixed up there, I think. And I had to go back, but it didn't really confuse me, I don't think. Which I was surprised by, because I thought that that would be a really bad one. I think Jabu Jabu was the only one that really gave me any issue. So now that I can lift blocks, what can I do with my life? You need to enable stretch to get the full screen. There's a few other quality of life options you can enable too. Also, there's shader support stretch. Would that mess up the sprite scaling if you stretched it? I'm not sure. I didn't spend too much time going through it because I just did it this afternoon very quickly. So I figured I would not have a lot of time to set it up later on, so I just kind of figured out how to get it to work, and I was like, well, I'll go from there. If I need to change it later on, I will. I think it enables the original Super Nintendo 3:2 aspect ratio. But it stretches it to fill 1080p? I can get the potion here now, but why would I want the potion instead of the fairy? Yeah, okay. I'll look into that after the stream. Fortunately, you can't change the graphics settings without restarting the whole thing, and that means completely redoing it in OBS. How well it looks on stream, I don't know. Yeah, I think it looks okay at the moment. It's kind of nicer, at least, than having it, you know, half the screen having dead space. You look like you might have an interesting destiny. May I tell your fortune? No. It is indeed a poor man who is not interested in his future. I'll be waiting for your return. Good. I don't trust people that have eyes on the outside of their clothing. I would never have them take my fortune. It's just a personal rule that I have. I'm sorry, no offense. I see this is the old school Zelda world where merchants hang out in caves. Yes. There is a merchant up here that is not in a cave. She's in a little, like, tree house. I can get here now. Right here. Her little tree house. I need to go get the mushroom in the forest. Which is interesting because she just makes potions, but I can go buy that other potion. I don't remember that being a thing. Normally you can only get the potions from the witch that you give the mushroom to in Zelda games. Or whatever. Like, there's usually just one place. I'm not really sure where I'm going. I need to go up into the mountains and do the other dungeon, but now I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly because I have the ability to lift rocks. And that's what happens. There is something I can do here. Again, this is fun in the randomizer again because you never know what you're going to get. But I think... Or, no, it's in the dark world, isn't it? Where you throw the thing in there. So I can't do that yet. But I think I have enough money to get the flippers. Right. Also, Steven, why is the sword so dinky? I don't remember the sword being so dinky. It's not helped by the fact that I'm further away. It makes it all look smaller. I'm very remorseful that I do not have access to the upgraded sword at this point. This is making me think of what a Skyrim mod would be like if it obeyed Zelda conventions like random merchants in caves and puzzles resetting when you leave the room. It would be like a console-based version of Skyrim where they need to save on memory. So they just clear the screen, or clear the RAM at the end of each room. It was always dinky, but it's not about the size. It actually is. The size is pretty important. It's a pretty dinky sword. Wahaha. What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? I just dropped by to say hello. And also I want the flippers. Wahaha, but I don't just give flippers away for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. I will pay. One of the things that I enabled with the larger wallet size, because I'm used to the randomizers, which you play on the Japanese version, which has the larger wallet for whatever reason. I think I enabled almost all of the changes, just because I thought, why not? Wahaha, one pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where it'll surface. Wahaha. Thank you, Waluigi. You bought Zora's flippers. With these, you should be able to swim even in deep water. Outrageous price for a fish who has no need for currency. Did you see the Oracle of Ages stream where a fish man demanded that I dig up 300 rupees, purchase him a potion, give it to him, and then, after giving it to him, he was like, I don't owe you anything. I don't really care. Go do something else for me. And then I had to go alter the entire world by releasing the old men from the library, which would start the old men in the caves, we learned, by canon. That is where the old men in the caves come from in the earlier Zelda games that constantly take your money and charge you for door repairs. They are from the library in Oracle of Ages. And it is all because of a greedy fishman who was not satisfied with the fact that somebody traveled across the world and gave him his life savings for medicine that those men exist in the caves in Zelda 1. And I was trying to get to that heart piece, but I've forgotten how. Isn't it right up here? Yeah, Zora suck. Yes, they did. He's an awful person. Fish. Awful fish person. Oh, it's been a while since I've done this. I might need to go to the Dark World to do it, but I don't think so. I also always really like the little canopy shadow effect. Why do I keep doing this? I'm used to the Game Boy games where you have the two buttons still. Oh, do you go down the waterfall here? Is that how you do it? That doesn't sound quite right. For the most part, I've been doing this game kind of subconsciously. I've been talking a lot during the stream. It's actually been pretty straightforward. But I'm sure as things progress, I'll be getting hung up more and more. I'm going to go down the waterfall. It's probably a mistake. I don't really care about the heart piece that much anyway. Oops. You sure the fish aren't old men? They're engaging in fish capitalism. The Zelda lore goes deep, even deeper, with the revelations that they were fish and linked to past. That's right. We did discover that the old man and the fish that you throw into the lake here are related in some way. And I guess that is the way to the heart piece. But yeah, I really like these little shadows. These are very nice. It's a very cool effect, especially in the forest where it's like parallaxed. And you move around, the shadows kind of move separately. It's a very cool effect. It's one of the many things that stood out to me when I was a kid that I'll always remember from this game. That and being able to walk underneath the whirlpool graphics. And the floaty hearts. And I can use the waterways now, I guess. AKA the fast travel systems. I instinctively wanted to press or tap the D-pad to move because of what Oracle of Ages has done to me now. This I can't do yet, so I'll have to wait on that. So I think I'm just going to go right up to the mountains now. I believe I can do that now that I can lift things. I am always surprised at how quickly the first section of this game goes. And that's another thing that I remember as a kid. Was playing this and be like, wow, this is a really short game. It's only got 3 dungeons. And you get to the end of the third one and it's like, oh, there's 7 more. And there's a whole different world. Wow. I think well, I can go that way, I believe. I remember my way around. Whatever the name of this place is. Hyrule. Hyrule. I guess it's Hyrule, right? I never know, because Zelda games are always trying to change it up. Without actually changing it up. But this is Hyrule, I believe, because that is Hyrule Castle. Yes, it is Hyrule. I assume. I wish I had a little lawnmower. That's what this game needs. Imagine a little lawnmower sprite and you just push it around and it just cuts these little tufts of grass. It's part of my ongoing theme to have a lawn mowing game that's based on Zelda. Maybe it's nothing, but this tree feels kind of strange as we cut it. Yo, Libic, mysterious fog. Mysterious? Mysterious fog has recently fallen over the forest. We have to be careful. Mysterious fogs. I believe. Why? Again, I still feel like I'm playing the Game Boy Zelda game, so I keep pressing the wrong button. This is a curse that I have. I've told you about this before. I could be playing a game for like 20 hours and I still will be using the button combination from a game that I played before. It does not leave my head properly. It's the money crab. Everybody loves the money crab. Oh, there goes the money crab. Thank you, money crab. And there's a hole. I figured this was the wrong way, but I kind of wanted to see what was over here anyway. Oh, speaking of... I forgot there is literally an old man in a cave. He's right here. We're going to encounter him. Just a random old man in a cave. I don't know who you are, but if you're going up the mountain, will you take me with me? Oh, I've lost my lamp, so... Doesn't even give you the chance to say no. Just gonna follow you around in a dark cave. Imagine that. Imagine if you were going through a cave in the dark with your little puny lantern, just lighting this a little bit in front of you. There's just a dude there. Just an old man sitting there in a cave. He just stares at you and he goes, yeah, I lost my lantern, and then he just follows you. The first old man, yes. He also looks like a little bit like Yoshi from Super Mario World, like you could jump on his back and ride him. Watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just as a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. I took a right, and you were wrong. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he's trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. And then this old man just tells you about carpentry the whole time that you're walking through the cave. So anyway, to build a table, Oh, and then cabbages come after you. I forgot about the cabbages. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wanted the magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. So then, this old man that you just find in a cave talks to you about carpentry the whole time. You get out and he's like, yeah, here's a mirror. Stare at it when you get in trouble. And he just darts into his little cave house. It gave you the magic mirror. The mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. Cabbage. The old man better be a buyer in disguise. Why is your text yellow now? Am I going crazy? Your text turned yellow to me. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the moon pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is comfort your weariness. Come back here anytime. Sure. I'll leave that one alone. Old man just comforting my weariness in a cave. I feel revitalized. Sometimes when I feel lonely, I find a good cave with a good old man inside of it, and he comforts my weariness. And then we call the police. They tell me they can't do anything because clearly I'm able to make my own decisions, and I chose to do this. I still don't agree. They stole this magic mirror from Terraria. I was dying, but now I'm not. Thanks, old man. I met in a cave. Exactly. I don't think there's anything in this cave, right? I think this is a shortcut that goes back to the beginning. Yeah, let's climb this really tall cabbage ladder into Cabbage Land. See, now this is the thing that I just despise about Zelda games. The mountains, and dropping down into the random ledges and trying to figure out what goes where, and oh look, you dropped down the wrong ledge, better walk all the way back and try again. Oh look, you dropped down the wrong ledge, better walk all the way back and try again. Oh look, that's the wrong ledge as well. It's sure is fun, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. I am always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the Moon Pearl, you can keep your original shape here. That sounds like something a ball would say. What do you mean? Do you have something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak, and I can't go back to the real world. If only I had the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Era, then I could go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stressed out, so back off. Shoo shoo. Whoa. I did not know that he would initiate dialogue by hitting me. You'd love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I originally thought Breath of the Wild was exactly what I envisioned as the perfect game. But then when I saw it, I felt much more disappointed. For reasons. But I very well might enjoy them. I really have not played them at all. Hold up the Master Sword, and you'll get the magic of either other. That's right, I can't do that until I get the 3 pendants. But yeah, I would like to play Breath of the Wild. I very briefly had a Switch and Breath of the Wild, but they were gifts, and I rejected them as gifts because it was the portable Switch. I'm not sure what the Switches are, but it was the smaller Switch Lite, whatever it was called, and with my eye issues, I did not really want to sit there and try to look at a little screen. Libic ate his eyes to Hashirla the Elder. I have some advice. In the dungeons, you can gaze into the magic mirror to return to the entrance at any time. Do not forget this. It's not a great Zelda game, but a good game. It quickly becomes addicting. Switch Lite. Yeah, that's how I feel. It didn't really feel like a Zelda game to me. It was something very different. Which is fine. Breath of the Wild has great mechanics, but doesn't do anything interesting with them, really. Breath of the Wild might be a really good randomizer. I imagine there's randomizers for it. Tears of the Kingdom, I have not seen a single thing about at all. I have no idea what it even is in any way. Got the BAP. Also, it is 12:26. Let me go check something real quick. Sorry, I'll be right back. $12:26, and my mom just decided to come home. Yep. The Breath of the Wild, like Breath of the Wild, you can climb on anything, fly to anything, and there's absolutely nothing to find, so why bother? Not once will you ever find an old man in a cave to soothe your weirdness. Switch Lite. Yeah, I figured that's what it was called. Alright, where was I? I just entered the dungeon, that's right. Alright, so I have done nothing. I need to go in this door here, I believe. Well, that was effective. Or was it the other one? No, it was this one. Not true? What's not true? That this is the one that I was supposed to go in? This is the one I was supposed to go in. There was a key there. You don't know your Link to the Past like I do. I am a Link to the Past savant. Or 7. I like 7. And remember, these guys, they were in the Game Boy games, except in the Game Boy games you could not kill them. They had to be knocked into a hole. Whereas in this one, I believe if you hit them enough, they do actually die. Yeah, 3 hits. Not finding an old man in the cave in Breath of the Wild. Ah, is there contention? Are there in fact old men in caves in Breath of the Wild? Why are you in the doorway? Why? that was perfect. I'm not even gonna get angry. That was very well played. That enemy threw me into a hole. He's back in the door again. He's got a strategy going. There we go. Oh, I don't have the big key, right? What am I doing in here? I got completely caught up with the enemies in that room. I didn't even notice that there was the big key over there. The big key door. There's a bunch of caves, there's side quests, etc. I know nothing about Breath of the Wild, really. I'm just reading the Steam chat down there. So we got another 80s floor here. Oh no, I have no hearts for this. Oh, I always hated the floor rooms in Link to the Past. On top of just being difficult to not take damage in. They take up so much time to get through. And my fairy's gone. At least I can save. In Tears of the Kingdom, there's people in wells. Everywhere, I swear. They're in the walls, they're in the wells, they're in the ground. I thought you said something new. You did not say anything new. I sat there squinting at the text, trying to read a message that was not there. Very good. I immediately forgot that there was a floor room. Oh, hey, use a boomerang. That's kind of cool. Oh wow, it works really well, actually. Mostly it works really well. Ah. Wow. Am I gonna die here again? Yep. The world's hardest Zelda enemy is the floor. It has killed me 3 times now. Why did I go up here? Oh well, maybe it's better I went up here. Maybe I can get some health. What? I think you were a little off there on that fall. Don't think that really made sense. There's no health. Oh, there's a heart. Legend of Zelda police detective game. The victim was found with the floor tiles stuck in his spinal column. I don't think Thief ever had a floor security system. It missed out. Well, no, it did, technically. The whole thing that I was talking about actually kind of is. Oh, come on. Why do these floors do so much damage? They take forever. I hate the floor rooms so much. It's like the ghost of an angry carpenter. Although I guess in this case it would be ceramics, so that would be whatever a ceramics guy is. Usually we just call him Jeff. I don't know what to do in this room. It's nowhere near obvious. This is one of the things that you'll notice that is very distinctly different between Link to the Past and the Game Boy games. It's far less cryptic. I don't remember the later dungeons super well, but I don't remember anything being extremely cryptic in Link to the Past. Unlike the Game Boy games, which are just painfully cryptic at points. The floor boss separates children from men. I would love it if there was a floor boss, but there is a floor boss in the Game Boy games. There's Floor. He's a face. You remember Floor? We met him many times. He reminds me of Face from Nickelodeon, Nick Kids. There used to be a thing where a screen of color would come on and it would just be a face. It looked exactly like that, I think. Can I hit that from here? I could use the bow, right? There we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I just remembered the boss of this dungeon is Moldorm. Why are you here again? The boss of this dungeon is terrible. Hey. Hey. I feel like these guys have a lot more kickback than they had before. I was trying not to touch that. Yeah, the boss of this dungeon is a giant caterpillar thing that is on a platform surrounded by a hole that you can fall down, and he will knock you into it regularly. It's one of the more infuriating fights in the game. Though, I wonder if the ice rod works well on him as well. Steven, I had no idea that the ice rod did so much damage to the boss in the first, well, the desert dungeon. But you're told to go get the item on the east of Lake Hylia, which was the ice rod. So I was fighting the boss, and I was like, well, they told me to get it, so I'll try it in here, and it kills them in like 2 hits. And the sword takes like 8 hits. So it's pretty good. It is pretty powerful. It's much better than my dinky sword. I suppose I should get the item. I think you have to drop down to get the item, right? So I believe... I think it would need... No, if you do it... Don't know which one. I'll figure it out. Where's the thing? Oh, it's right there. Nope. Unless I am confused. There we go. You found the Moon Pearl. This protects the hero from the changing effects of golden power. We have the iconic Bailey scratching in the background. Now that I've had to shift everything over and I can't see clearly, I don't know how long I've actually been streaming for. The little timer is covered. I started at like 11. So it's probably been almost exactly 2 hours. Wait a minute, what is it? I'm trying to look at the tiny clock. 12:39, so it's been like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. Do you not go away? Ever? Wow. I've never noticed this here before. Is this something you can actually go into? No. Barely one's out. Two hours and 7 minutes, but those 7 minutes were spent trying to set up the screen, so it's actually only been 2 hours. Also, I want to concern you, but the stream's bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Here we go. More like a millipede than a caterpillar. I'm going to try the ice rod. It'll probably be disastrous. Ah. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it doesn't do anything. I've hit him a couple times, I think. Alright. That was a waste of time. Seems... Oh, that's right, he gets faster. I was gonna say he seems slower than I remember. He does get faster. Yay! Yep, there we go. First fall. I don't think his damage stays. I think you have to do the damage each time you come back. I could remember. I mean, I could remember. I can't remember. Streaming is difficult. Is he frozen? Oh, that's interesting. I have beat him very quickly in the past by just sitting in one place. Oh, wow. I have become ball. Yay, nay. No! Oh. I always hated this enemy so much. My absolute least favorite thing about games is having to replay something. So this is just definitely the worst thing to me. It's interesting that he keeps freezing when he's off screen there. I don't think I can cheese him. No, okay. But he... Wow. Wow. His damage resets each time, I'm pretty sure. So you remember the stream is 2 hours and 7 minutes long. So soon it'll be 3 hours long and I will still be here. Look at that little hole they put right in the center there. Just to screw you over. Like, there's not enough holes. They had the boardroom meeting, and they were like, what if we put one in the center as well? Yes. Best enemy design. Everybody loves fighting this guy. Alright, now we got the fast one. No. Oh my god. Ah. I feel your pain. You know. You've played this before. Ah. This game was made by assholes. This boss was. I don't think there's anything in the game that's as worse. That's as bad as this. I think this is the worst boss, in my opinion. He kind of seems... Wow. Kind of seems like he's a little bit faster suddenly. But I'm probably just imagining it. See, if I didn't have such a dinky sword, this would be much easier. Well. Now I'm screwed. Wow. I swear these guys are way bouncier. I don't remember getting knocked back so far. I can just go right through. Alright, all the way back. Good. Random stare fire. If only the boss was a floor. No, I don't have those uncovered. It's okay, I won't need them. I'm gonna get them on the first try. The confidence. Usually, I can beat him way faster than this. Yep. Well, so much for that. Oh, it landed right on top of it. Where actually is the crystal ball? You should know the PC port supports save states. That's right. It does it automatically when you turn it off. I enabled that, I think. Although, unless you mean some specific save state that you make, I don't remember seeing that as a setting. I don't think that's enabled. But I did set it to save when you quit. Yeah. Shift F1 through 10 to save. Well, I'm not a controller. But I guess I could use the keyboard if I need to. Alright. I don't know if doing the swing attacks is better. Yee. I think in the past I used to try to hide over here. But that's a high risk, low reward situation. Oh, come on. Ah. The sword is way too dinky. Yeah. You see how my dinky sword is failing me constantly. Oh, wow. I just took an extra heart there. What are we at now? 4 hours? If you would move away. Thank you. There's gotta be some better way to fight this guy. There really does. I honestly don't remember him ever being this bad. Oh my god. You can also press tab for turbo, W, to restore health and control for clip. Oh. I don't think restoring health is the problem here. Ah. Oh, okay, great. And fall through that one. This is probably the longest it has ever taken me to fight him. This is where I start to wonder if there's a difference in the PC port that is making it more difficult for some reason. Like I did with Link's Awakening DX HD. You say no, but you don't actually know. Unless you do. Have you ever had this much trouble fighting him before? Maybe if you just, like... Ah. Oh, what an awful boss design this is. That's nice.
I'm gonna go get it real quick.
I love when people just barge into my room. Just open the door, don't even knock. It's great. That's right, you can do the side-by-side thing with the RAM comparison so that you can see that it's actually unchanged. I forgot about that. Oh my god. There's not even a reason. There's no hearts, so. Just a terrible, terrible, terrible boss idea. If this was a speedrun race, this would be the absolute end of it. There's probably a speedrun tactic for getting rid of him effortlessly. Also, if you're wondering why I just randomly yelled "that's nice," because I was talking to Some of you came into the door. Not because I was talking about the game. That is nice, though. Very cool. I know the microphone doesn't pick things up all the way across the room. Typically on YouTube. Wow. I swear there's something different with the bounciness here. I don't remember ever being this bouncy before. It's like extra bouncy. Now. Maybe if I pick up the fish from the lake and I carry him all the way here and throw the fish at him, it's an instant one-hit kill. It's like a lead Zelda strat that nobody knows about. And then he gives you money. My mom, who decided to not appear until 12:30, thinks that it's very important to barge in here and tell me that she's leaving. As if I would be worried suddenly. Certainly didn't care about telling me where she was until 12:30. Do I really have to go all the way back to get to the crystal ball? I do. I'm not sure how I missed that. God, this has been like, what, 40 minutes now since I first encountered the boss? I really can't believe how bad this has been. I don't think in like the 400 times that I've played this game, it has ever been this bad. I mean, it's been bad. It's always been pretty much the worst fight in the game, in my opinion, but it has never been this bad. Okay. Trying to focus on his head. His body doesn't do anything to you, it's the head. So if I can just focus on the head and stay away from that. Now he's gonna be fast. And impossible. Yeah. Oh, finally. Alright, let's leave this dungeon. The hardest part of the game is over. Aye. What a challenge. That was only 15 minutes. That felt like at least 3 hours. Time dilation effect of a terrible boss. It's not only that. It's because I'm streaming it. So I'm like, every time I fail, it's like, oh great. Now it's just going to be more of the exact same thing. And then you fail again. It's like, oh great. You won the Pendant of Wisdom. With this, you have collected all 3 pendants. Go now to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. Never again. Oh, I was gonna say, I guess I can save and quit and go back in. I just really want to save. I'll save and quit. Libic. Where's the best place? Mountain Cave. Probably the best place. Or, well, well, I'm here. Please, heal me. If I go up. Actually, I was already here. That's right. I was already in the mountains, so nothing really changed. But if I go up, it's not that one, right? It's the one that's over by the ladder that takes you out. Stupid cabbages. Would be nice if they added diagonal movement to the game. I mean, you know, diagonal facing. That way your light doesn't constantly go back and forth. Let's get a mushroom and the Master Sword. There's the Master Sword right there. Ah, it's guarded by a fierce bird. This is it. The Master Sword. No, this can't be it. Too bad. Well, you can't carry the actual one around the top of your head, so as far as I'm concerned, this one's better. For 100 rupees, I'll let you open one chest and keep the treasure that's inside. Sure. I will open this one. 300. Nice. Pointless, but nice. There's the mushroom. This mushroom smells sweet, like sweet, rotten fruit. You can give this to anyone who wants it. Anyone. There are so many people that want your mushroom. But you can give it to anyone. Now we get the quaint little forest meadow. I feel like that's a an Oracle of Season / Ages secret right there. The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. The Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. And now the forest is all bright and sunny. And now I no longer have a Dinkus sword. Suddenly, Sahasrara contacts you telepathically. Livik, it is extraordinary that you won the Master Sword that makes evil retreat. With this shining sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil powers. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please, Livik. Well, thank you for that very kind message. You could have just written that on a greeting card. Did not have to give it to me telepathically. Seemed like a huge waste of energy. What are you saying for? Livik, help, the soldiers are coming to Sanctuary. Ulysses. No longer can you butter bread. Is it really worth the sacrifice? Look how big my sword is. It's so much better. It's still a dinky sword. No, it's a very... I mean, it doesn't have a lot of girth, but it is very long. There's another mushroom. Is that a glitch? I don't remember the mushroom reappearing. The mushroom smells like sweet rotten fruit? That's weird. If I leave and come back, will it be there again? Also, this is the canopy effect I really like. The shadow canopy. It's there. It's there. It's there. Again. Is it normally there like that? I thought it went away and didn't come back. That's interesting if it's not supposed to come back. God, I wish this was a randomizer. Hello, caveman. Hey, kid. This is a secret hideout for a gang of thieves. Don't enter without permission. By the way, heard that one of our ex-members is staying at the entrance to the desert. Oh no. Not gonna go that way. Hey, the Master Sword. They just put those things anywhere. Actually, not that good of a prize. You can get them at those little capsule machines. Which they don't really have anymore, do they? It's like a Japanese-only thing now. When I was a kid, we had capsule machines everywhere. I remember them fondly. I remember getting bouncy balls and little alien toys. I used to have a little alien on a surfboard that I liked. I think he's gone. He's gone to the realm of disintegrating plastic. I got a little alien keychain out of one once. It's like this little thin piece of stamped steel. Oops. At this point... Alright, I'm going to the castle. I already forgot. But before going to rescue Zelda, let's find treasure. Excellent. And you do get the blue tunic in this game, as well as the red one. I forget where. I forget if it's an extra thing or if you just encounter it in a dungeon. I'm so used to the randomizers where it just appears. Castle. I keep pressing the wrong button to get to the map. There. I keep forgetting there's 4 buttons that you can use. Castle's right down there. I might want to end the stream once I get to the Dark World. Just because that's a pretty good ending point, probably. That is very soon, though. But I started the stream much earlier because I actually want to sleep for the first time in 7 years. I am hoping, maybe, if I go to sleep much earlier and get a lot of sleep, I will no longer feel absolutely destroyed every single day. I don't actually think it's going to matter, though, but I'm hoping. That'd be a good idea, yes. To end the stream, you mean, or to sleep? I could end the stream and not sleep. It's been a good stream, though. Muldorm kind of dragged it down a bit, but other than that, I've been having fun. And I've had a decent amount of energy. And as you can tell, again, this is very not much like the Game Boy games, which require so much mental effort. Speaking of, I'm supposed to go to the roof. This is a game that you can go through much more casually. It's very relaxing. The later dungeons do get a little bit more confusing, but I don't think anything anywhere near what the Game Boy games are. I thought... What? Yeah, okay, what? Well, that's a glitch. I was like, shouldn't the thing be there that I have to hit? And then I came out just to reaffirm that it wasn't there, and suddenly it was there. So there's some glitches going on here for sure. I'm not going crazy. I swear all these PC ports have glitches, and I swear, nobody else has seen them. But I start playing it, and I'm like, well, this is not right, this is broken, and if I talk about it, everybody thinks that I'm insane. Like, no, you're clearly imagining it. Nobody has ever encountered glitches like this before. It is not broken. And yet, there right there is recorded live proof that I'm not insane. You all saw it. Then I go back and I watch the stream again and it's actually there. I'm like, alright, I was wrong. I am insane. Why are you so difficult? You're crazy. Says the person named Crazy Steve 88. Ah, did not get the sword charge. Hey, a fairy. And Bailey wants in. And again, she sits right where my feet go. And I almost fell over stepping around her. That would have been really fun if you just heard a loud crash and the stream went off. This new sword is wonderful. I love it. It's even purple. Well, blue, I guess. You can get the golden one. That is the level 3, technically, I guess, sword. I think there's a level 4 as well, right? You can get it tempered or something. You get the gold one, then you get it tempered, I believe. I have no idea what you're talking about. About the sword upgrade? I'm pretty sure you can get a gold one and then get it tempered. Unless I'm mistaken, and you can just get the gold one. Let me navigate this goof troop maze for a second. Never mind now. Oh, that's right! I totally forgot. One of the things that I activated was being able to destroy pots with the sword. Because that's one of my favorite things from the Game Boy games. And I forgot about that, and I think it took place either when I got the Power Glove or when I got the Master Sword. But now I can do that, so that's really cool. Doesn't really affect much, it's just a fun little thing. Should have been in the game to begin with. Whoa. It's when you have an upgraded sword. Oh, for when you can break the pots? Feel like it would be, because I don't think it happened many times when I hit pots with the sword, when I had the Power Glove. Ow. Look at this. Amazing. I don't think my longer sword is helping me much with these guys. I'm not sure what that did. So I think that door was already open, right? Something crazy. Also, in thinking about it, I don't appreciate your comment that you can no longer butter bread. Is it really worth it? I'm imagining now a guy with a, like, 6-foot-long claymore buttering bread. I think it would be pretty effective, actually. Imagine how much bread you could actually butter at the same time. It's really the more superior way to butter bread, if you think about it. Just an entire loaf. All at once. Oh, this is where the pot breaking is actually really nice. I'll just sit there and lift each one of these. Why are the enemies in the doors randomly? That is also something that's a little bit off with this PC port. I don't think that would ever happen before. I feel like there was some logic that prevented that. You can only butter bread in batches of 30. You go into poverty with all of the butter you need to buy to sustain your claymore buttering system. I like the... I like the dithering. We've made it. 7F. Aha, Libic. I've been waiting for you. I was hoping I could make Zelda vanish in front of your eyes. Behold, the last moment of Princess Zelda. This guy sat in this room for so long. He could hear my footsteps from like 5 floors down. He's like, oh god, come on. Oh, that's right, I forgot to put all that stuff in that room. He's gonna have to get through that. Ah, great. It's gonna be like another 25 minutes at least. And he's just sitting there looking at his phone. Ho ho ho, oh good, reading this back again. With this, the seal of the 7 wise men is at last broken. It is now only a matter of time before the evil power covers this land. After all, the legendary hero cannot defeat us, the tribe of evil, when we are armed with the power of gold. Ho ho ho, now I must go. My god, a secret door behind the curtain. Oh, so you found my secret door behind the curtain. You mean to say you would, like, to be totally destroyed? Like, totally? Well, I can make your wish come true. Totally. Now we play tennis. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I thought I was going to be off to the side. He was in Seasons, right? And I fight him pretty much exactly as this in Seasons. Oh. Come on, Aghanim. The stream must end. You cannot keep the stream going forever. This is Aghanim's true secret weapon. Annihilating you by causing you to have to stream forever. This is the stream that... Oh. Grug! Well met. Like the true hero that you are, but I am not ready to admit defeat yet. I will draw you into the dark world. Right after I spin. Libic, it is I, Sahasrara. I am communicating to you across the void through telepathy. The place where you now stand was the Golden Land. But evil power turned it into the Dark World. The wizard has broken the wise men's seal and opened a gate to link the worlds of Hyrule Castle. In order to save this half of the world, the Light World, you must win back the golden power. You must also rescue the 7 maidens, who Aghanim has sent to the Dark World as members of the bloodline of the 7 wise men. They have power that will surely help you. The maidens are locked in hidden dungeons full of evil creatures and dangerous traps. In other words, this is the game that you've been playing. The Palace of Darkness should be your first goal in this world. Libic, I can rely on only you. Please make this old man's wishes come true. I beg you. Alright. And that was probably a casual 7-hour stream. I believe this is a good ending spot for this stream. Right here on the peak of the temple. With the little grabby hand statues. Yes, indeed. With links lovely pink and green aesthetic. It's 2025 now. Jeb Bush is president. How did that happen? Alright, so, as always, thank you everybody who stopped by. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Aiden. I don't know if you'll watch the rest of this or not. Thank you to my highly technical advisor who did not need to advise me about anything on this game because this is such an easier game compared to the Game Boy ones. This has been fun so far. I feel like I made decent progress pretty quickly. I do know that the game is a lot slower from here because there's a lot more going on. I thought, shouldn't all 7 of these be lit up right now? I'm confused. Is that a glitch? I thought all 7 should be listed, but maybe that happens after you do the first one. Anyway, thank you everybody who stopped by and chatted. Will was here on the stream actually, so thanks Will, thanks for stopping by. I will try... What is tomorrow, Friday? Is tomorrow? No, tomorrow's Thursday, right? I should be able to stream Thursday. Yeah. So I'll try to stream Thursday. I try to do it a little bit earlier like this so I can actually get to sleep. So, look forward to the continuation of this on Thursday, hopefully. Thank you again for everybody who stopped by, and I don't know if anybody is watching because I have no idea what the actual view counters are on YouTube. So, if you're watching, thank you and good night. Good morning, wherever you are. And I will catch you on the next stream. And now I need to move all of my windows to shut the stream down. Good night, Steven.